For all you that don't know what I'm doing, I'm making a dry roux with a little bit of sausage grease. And this is an old hillbilly style, skillet style, done in front of me by my grandmother with a cast iron skillet. You're hunting for a nice, nutty, almond kind of a smell here. You can tell by, depending on how you like it. I usually just put salt and pepper in this just to kind of get it right so I don't have to add it later. Not too much of either. You can always add, but you can't take out. This is starting to, you can see the little bit of smoke rising here. You can see the light here. I'm just browning it a little bit. I'll get back. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. A little fine line between burning it and browning it. But here is the just about ready product. Now I'm going to cut away and get my milk and a little water for thinning, but I cut it with milk and water. If you want it really rich, do a whole milk. But I will get right back and I'll show you the explosive thing here. See, it's all browning pretty good. I already cut the heat back. We're on about 2 and 1.5. Alright. Just a second. Okay, we're going to peep it out here real quick. A little vitamin D. Set that back over here. Now, you see what it's doing. I put the spatula down in like that and just roll across the bottom. Try to stir in and incorporate everything. Now, I turn the pan down because I don't want it to thicken before I get my flour back to a floatable consistency. I don't want to get too crazy with it. I like mine with, I got little pieces of sausage in there too. Across the bottom, make sure we got some consistency here. Now little pieces in there, if you've ever had like red-eyed gravy or anything like that, what happens is that gets soft and breaks down even more. If you have the clumps of flour too much, you'll have big dough balls in there basically, or flour balls. And by browning the flour, you give it a nice, rich, deep southern style. This is the hard way to make gravy. Usually you can just make your gravy to the flavor you want and just tighten it up with some flour and water. I tend to like the brown roux style. It has a more richer, thicker, robust flavor. Okay, now I'll turn the heat back up just for a minute. And I'll cut away and give it about 2 minutes, and then we'll show you what's up with it. It won't be done, but I gotta mix the sausage back in it and stuff like that. But by golly, there we go. Hang on. Okay, now what we're gonna do is just incorporate our chopped up. I like my sausage a little bit bigger chunks because when I eat my sausage gravy, I do like to have the flavor of the sausage. All right, I'll get right back. Okay, after incorporating the sausage, you can see already what we're working with. Looks like a nice sausage gravy, pepper gravy. Starting to get a nice consistency here. Now this will continue to thicken to whatever thickness you want. If you want it to soak into your bread, you leave it loose. As it cools, it'll tighten too, but I don't like cold gravy. Another thing too, I like pushing it up along the edges of the pan. And I'll show you why here in a minute. So what this does is it leaves a nice little... Oh, we're getting action now. It's hard to look through the phone and do this. It's crazy, man. It's like doing it via broadcast. See how it's tightened? Look at them nice, big, thick. Yeah. Now, right about now is good if you're putting it on toast. If you're going with a biscuit and you don't want it to penetrate the biscuit real good, you can go a little thicker. But like what I was saying about the edges of the pan, I will demonstrate. If I don't fog my phone, take your fork, go around the edge a little bit, and get a little on your. This gives you a reference. Dynamite. Okay, see how it's tightening up now? Nice and tight. Alright, well, for anybody out there that catches this video and wants to make themselves some Southern style, I would say this is a cast iron skillet recipe, because that's the way my grandma used to cook this in front of me for my little fat kid. For her little fat kid. Nice stuff. Nice, 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 nice. Look at that. Turn the heat down. And give it about another minute till she thickens up real good. And set it off to the side and serve at will. Alright, well, happy Easter. Hope somebody enjoys their version of skillet sausage gravy. Peace from the weed killer side of the phone. If I can focus this a little better. One more dip. Yeah, now you're seeing it. That weighs about 1.5 pounds. Alright, peace. Have a good one.